YouTube channel is not just to promote us. It's not just to promote me. It's also fellowship and promote other people with like minds as well. It seems to me like we came back again, man. Like we're gonna keep coming back. This your brother Guru Hood. Checking in on my friend, Miss Tiffany, manager, CEO of Platinum Crown. And man, we here today to discuss a few politics or discuss a few subjects. We want to have a general conversation. You know what I'm saying? Things that we normally talk about in our everyday lives. And things I'm thinking like people who are already privy to what it means to network as an entrepreneur, as a person in the music business. They should already know. But I'm going to kind of let the conversation flow however it flows. But more importantly, I would like for her to introduce herself and represent her brand the way she's supposed to, man.
Alright, hey everybody, my name is Tiffany Tillman. Thank you so much for having me today. And I am the CEO of Platinum Crown Management, where I am currently managing 3 artists and we have our own DJ. My 3 artists are MK23,
Right.
I have GQ Smooth, and I have 4M FNE, and then our DJ Rowe.
Right.
And I'm also the CEO of Jacole's Life Coaching, where I specialize in life coaching for youth and young adults in the field of career development.
Right. Being a manager and being a business person, they kind of one and the same. Like that's what a lot of us artists gotta get privy to. When we being an artist, essentially we being a business person, but also being in the hip hop, being a manager for artists, it is a little different than just being a regular entrepreneur, because it's not nothing really normal about dealing with. You know, we ain't got no real set schedule. Like we kind of around the clock.
Right.
So how you feel about that compared to other things that you've done? How do you feel about being a manager for artists? Like how I ain't trying to ask you what's different, but how do you feel? Like what make you get a kick out of the way you keep on doing it? Because you've been doing it for some time, so I know it kind of takes some motivation to keep going with it. Like what make you want to keep sticking with it like that?
So that's a good question. In the beginning, when I first started doing it, I really did it because it was something new, right? It was a new challenge. It was something different for me. But being that I am a life coach for youth and young adults, I kind of felt like it was one and the same, right? Coaching and managing. So then it kind of developed into, honestly, I started seeing the benefits that it was doing for my personal network, you know, because I came in contact with so many people when I first started managing MK23. You know, I started meeting just DJs, producers, engineers, party promoters, and just, you know, anybody that deal with entertainment. And so I was like, well, okay, I can see how both of us can win, right?
Right.
Because if I can, you know, if I'm successful, then it's going to make him successful. Right. So that's pretty much what kept me going, like just kind of seeing where it was going to go. Now, almost 3 years later, I feel that I think the most challenging part about being a manager, and probably the same thing for artists, is the lack of compensation, right? And I'm not necessarily talking about money. I'm just talking about compensated in what you want to see in areas of being successful. Because it's so ongoing. It's so ongoing, like you making do good at this show, but then you still got 4 more shows that you gotta do that may not be paid shows. Right. You may not be appreciated for coming. Right. So you never really get that instant gratification. So I think that's the part that's probably the most challenging. But what keeps me going is because I really want to see my artists happy, you know. And I do think that their music needs to be heard, because all 3 of them have very different genres of music. But they're all talented. So.
And good gentlemen, by the way, as well.
They are.
And I can give a shout out to them guys. I like each and every last one of them, and they all got their own personality.
Yeah,
and their music reflect that.
Yeah.
But they all are outstanding gentlemen in their own rights, and I like that.
Yeah, because you just got through working with 4AM Adrian. You just produced his album, so what was your experience? Was this your first time really producing somebody else's album?
That was my first time that somebody trusted me to actually put together a cohesive project from start to finish, where they trusted me to not only record them, but mix and mastering, but just the whole idea behind some of the, and once y'all hear 4AM project, y'all can tell there's certain interludes that was involved, whether it be him doing something a cappella, certain audio that we captured from people. I don't want to just tell what his sauce is to what his project is, but he got different skits from prominent people that's very respected in the world, not just the hip hop community, but in the world, especially in the black community. But it made me, I was very honored to have that opportunity. And just like what you were just saying, it gave me a chance to grow. So with all that being said, recording 4AM, it gave me a chance to walk in that light of being a producer. Okay. He trusted me to go from start to finish. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to be hands-on. There'll be certain time where I call him like, yo, I want you to come sit here while I'm mixing your music. Right. I don't want to just send you your music. I want you to also see what I'm doing so you can provide instant input. Like, I want you to have hands-on, so I didn't just, even though I was the man behind the computer, I still had his input. So that's my whole ambition in regards to me being an engineer. So, and it kind of made me think like, as a producer, it's symbiotic to have an art where you started out with MK23. You realize you meeting these people, you can kind of grow yourself because you meet people. And I think it's very good for a manager to realize that this ain't only for them, this for me too. And like I encourage my brother HoodGuru T, like when we out here, he run across another outstanding brother, people can see how much he support me. But I also encourage him to link up with other people too, because there's a lot of people that need that support. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same thing what I be telling you. Like, I want all my people to continue to branch out and meet other people, because I'm going to do the same. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to never stop meeting people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's a beautiful thing. And just having that symbiotic relationship, I don't want it to be a one-sided thing. If I trust somebody to be my manager, I don't want to be like, oh, you just doing something for me. I want you to gain something out of it, whether it be me paying you, you just do. But I would like to work with somebody who will enjoy what they're doing just as much as I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So that's why I asked you, like, what make you? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to have something in it for you. You know what I'm saying? That would make it genuine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you always have to keep in mind that, especially with the entertainment industry, and I learned quickly, because you may not see the success that you want to see, right?
Right.
You may not see that.
That's major.
And I think you have to really come to terms with that's always a possibility.
Look, and I'm glad you just said that. You just said a key phrase. What is your thoughts on the entertainment industry? Because you know what we're doing can be very entertaining. So since you run around in these circles, in the way that you do it, what's your observation? What's your observation? What's your feeling? What's your thoughts on the entertainment scene from your experience? Both good and bad. You ain't even have to try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you, what
So I really got to think about the good. I got to really be able to think about, if you ask me truly, like, what's the good part of the entertainment industry?
Yeah.
I would really have to put some thought into that. and give a real unbiased answer. But my overall thought process on entertainment thus far is, I just think, and I'm not just talking about the local level, I'm just talking about as a whole, mainstream as well. Sometimes I feel like as much sauce as the culture has, I don't know if we always show our strongest creativity. Because I feel like everybody's kind of just copying everybody else. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, you will see an artist, right, and then you will see 10 more like that same artist. You only do, okay, for example, it's certain, when you think about uniqueness, it's certain artists that come to your mind instantly. That stands out.
For sure.
Outkast, J. Cole, those type of artists. But it's only a handful of them that really, I feel like, kind of stand out. And then you got a lot of artists that's very similar. Mm-hmm. With the same type of music. Because I can name 50 trap artists. But I can only name 1 or 2 Outcasts. I can only name 1 or 2 UGKs.
Right.
8 Ball MJG. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I feel like the culture got so much sauce, but I feel like it's suppressed by entertainment. Because I feel like people will do what, and these are just my personal opinions, but it's like, right now we got 100 different podcasts out, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them talking about the same thing.
Same thing. See, now I gotta take these shades off.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about the same thing, relationships,
get real, man.
Men and women, couples, sex.
Telling you what a man is like. Y'all speak for how y'all live as a man. You don't know what I want in a woman.
Everybody's a relationship therapist now. Every podcast is telling you how to maintain relationships.
And they be sitting out with a poker face, like they didn't know what they talking about too. Like,
yes, I see. I haven't. It's just, you know, I think the Cat Williams interview went so viral because it was something different. It was different because they were talking about, you know, it was a lot of drama. It kind of, you know, it was a little messy, just a little messy, but he said some real stuff in there too that kind of
the truth will always be messy, come up. They don't want that to be spilled out.
That's true. That's true.
The truth will always come off as messy.
Yeah, that's very true.
My thing is this: the originality aspect. Mm-hmm. My thing is this: you can have 50 people, 50 trap artists, like you say. Mm-hmm. I want to know who's more in the wrong. Not to say anybody right or wrong, but for lack of a better word, that's all I can come up with. Who to blame for that? The person who creating style or the person who supporting? Cause I can tell, like, if I ran across somebody first, like, okay, I'm knowing this Lil Baby, or I know this 4-8 and these, I know this his style, and then I hear 2 or 3 more people mocking his flow. Am I to blame the person who copying him, or am I to blame the person who supporting him? And they know damn well, man, you biting somebody else's style. I feel like everybody is responsible, in my opinion.
It's kind of hard to tell because, okay, so because you don't know if the person is copying them, right? Or if that's really them. So let's take Glorilla, for example, right? Mm-hmm. So prior to her coming out, I feel like we was getting a lot of city girl music. Yeah. We was getting a lot of like Cardi and Nicki, which was, you know, their rap side was a little bit more softer, a little bit more, you know, oriented around
finesse,
dancing, finesse, whatever. That's the polite way to say it. Then Glorilla came out, and she came with this deeper voice, this deeper energy that we didn't see. Now I'm seeing like 4 or 5 other females. You know what I'm saying? Like they came behind her. So it's like, okay, are you copying her, or was that always your style? You know, it's kind of hard to tell, but I think for me, what I try to, and this is just what I try to do. So that's what led me to do my documentary that I did on my artists, because I just didn't want to do, and that's what I said in the documentary, I just didn't want to do another video. I didn't want to just do another video shoot. And I'm not saying that it's nobody that have documentaries, but you just don't see a lot of documentaries on local artists. And so I thought that would be something that would be creative. That would be different. That was me just trying to do something where I wasn't doing what somebody else did. Because nothing is new, right? We know that. Nothing new under the sun. No music is new. We're seeing a lot of artists now, they are going back and forth doing a lot of the samples from the 90s. Right? Yeah. So it's nothing that's new. You got
right. But man, let's get into something a little bit more personal. Like speaking on that, you know, I think this is the perfect time for me to bring up. I think it's important for artists to how they handling their networking. You know, we kind of been talking about that lately. Right. And I'm open to tips and a certain level of criticism. You know what I'm saying? As long as it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what I'm about to do. I think sometimes when there's artists go to these events, we're not really having an open mind. And I don't want us to just, man, I feel like sometimes we just get in that mode where people have become more susceptible to shaking people's hands and introducing themselves and things of that nature, but how many people really following through? You know, and basically what I'm getting at is, I feel like people be too sectioned off. Like, it's okay for me to know this person. Like, if I don't know this person, it's kind of hard for me to work with him, do the X, Y, Z. It's like, am I gonna go out my way to hit him up first, or am I gonna reach out to him? Do I feel like he gonna ask me for some money? Like, I don't know what it is, because people will come follow me, but we don't never have no conversation.
Okay, so Guru, you bring that up. So let's talk about this. How did Platinum Crown meet Hood Guru Worldwide? How about that? Can y'all elaborate on that? Let's start from that. Let's start from the beginning, because let's figure out how y'all two got together.
Yeah.
Like, how did this all right here come together?
Yeah, it's tying exactly what we're talking about.
I met him at who was having that? Was that Derrick James? No,
Miss Bussy was having that event. She had that More to Combat photo shoot.
And what was this at?
Over on Bartlett.
Right down the road from Hillcrest Park.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we had the photo shoot at.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Area over there.
Yeah. Okay.
And so me and myself and a former friend, we popped in just to support it. And you were performing. You was performing, I think.
I was performing, not when I met y'all though. She introduced Miss Bussy introduced me to y'all before I performed.
Did she? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we saw you performing, and I thought we were taking shots, and he thought that we were taking a shot for him doing his
performance. Hey, look, it's funny. Now, cause see, look, Shamika had introduced me to her and two of her homegirls, so, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Mac and himself, I'm cool, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cool. Like, oh, they cool, so we diving off the muscle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't want to get too caught up. You know what I'm saying? I did have no sense to kind of,
you were just trying to play it cool.
Yeah, okay. Because I can kind of get wrapped up in everything that's going on.
I got you.
And so in the midst of that, then when they started calling me to perform, so
So y'all were introduced to each other before you actually had performed.
Yeah, it's on the same day. This all within like 10 minutes.
Because we came to support her, and so I think she was just like,
Bussy had them cars pulling up out there, man.
Yeah, like this is
okay.
She had Impala Nation out there. Shout out to Impala Nation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? About 5, 6 Impalas out there, because they were the cars in the background. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
because Yeah, it was a full photo shoot.
She had.
Also, it was a photo shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat photo shoot. There was a theme of it.
I think I seen that on social media too.
Aisha was one of the
actors. Okay.
He was one of the actors.
I didn't know that was an actual event though.
Yeah.
It was a photo shoot event. And Mr. Johnny.
We never talked about that, have we?
Yeah, we did, but you know, back then, bro, I had a lot of stuff.
I got you.
It was a lot of stuff I was doing at the time.
So after you perform.
So while I'm performing.
Oh, while you performing, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things. She was paying close attention while I was performing, bro. You feel me? You know,
both ladies were paying close attention to the mic.
Attention. Then I see her hit one of these right here. So they hyped me on up. I'm like, okay, we got somebody taking a shot while I'm performing, you know.
Okay.
Because the way how it was set up, right? Because it's outside, we was in the field.
Okay.
He literally was like right there performing, like right there,
like right in front of you.
Yeah, we could touch him.
Bro, I'm about 20 feet away from her. Bro, I was get right there, but I was right there.
Okay.
We could reach out. That's how close he was, because it wasn't like a stage; it was just a field.
Yeah.
And so we just was kind of like trying to be supportive because. You know,
my music was dope, man.
Yeah, the music was good. That's what I'm saying. But we were trying to, and then too, you know, we knew that we wanted to talk with you because remember, y'all had new artists for my party.
Yeah, I get
impression. That was the first one, remember?
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Y'all had just met me, so it's like, okay, let me see what he talking about.
Yeah, and we took a shot. We were just kind of drinking stuff, and then he got excited because he was thinking that we were taking a shot for him while he was performing.
Man, come and find out, man. They were taking shots. They were drinking water, man. You feel? But it was still.
You want to know what's so crazy about that, bro?
What is it?
I've seen and heard scenarios about that, like how women play drunk, like they actually drinking, to see how people interact with them when they think they're drinking.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Is that kind of like what was going? You want to see the real person?
It was not. This was warm. So it was kind of warm out there.
Okay.
Yeah. This was warm weather time, so we just was staying hydrated.
So Platinum Crown Management, man, Hood Guru Worldwide at a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that one she was promoting Jacob.
But the formal introduction between the CEO of Platinum Crown Management and the CEO of Hood Guru Worldwide met at a Mortal Kombat photo shoot.
Yeah, that's
that's dope.
On
that's
kind of beautiful day of making.
Yeah, like that's
a beautiful day. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah,
I never forget when I met them, bro. I had Jay hit the blunt, and then here comes Shamika talking about some she finna introduce me to somebody. But you know how I knew when I hit that weed, bro. I was like, oh man, let me pull myself together real quick. That's why when she was introducing me to them, you know, I was keeping it in the road, let my house kicking in. I was like, man, let me go here.
Because I was getting ready to do my first, I had just opened Chico's, and I wanted to do a
that's
party.
The building off of Mercer.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't long after that where we did our album release party at her venue.
So we kind of did everything. Everything was really kind of like,
bro, we were moving like that. At the time when every day's dream come true, I was performing Derrick James. I was trying to do whatever somebody brought to me, bro.
Yeah.
Went down that rabbit hole. I met Derrick James through Mike Shaw. I met Shamika through Derrick James.
And I met Mike Shaw through you and Derrick.
Listen.
So that's how everything changed.
Listen. I met Derrick James through Mike Shaw. I met Shamika through Derrick James. I met Tiffany through Shamika. You know what I mean? And just kept going and came back full circle.
Me and Mike Shaw do events together.
Introduced her to guy named Mike Shaw. And now her and Mike Shaw, man, very productive. Self-made management. Mike Shaw. You know
what inspired Platinum Crown Management?
So Platinum Crown, so when we got ready, I was celebrating my birthday that year at my resource center. And so I did a party and we called it Pandemic Pressure because this was right in 2020, right? This pandemic.
Okay, so now if I'm not mistaken, you've had more than one pandemic pressure, right?
Yeah, I've had 3.
Okay.
I did 2. I did 2 for my birthday and I did 1 like during the summer.
Okay.
But yeah, so the girl and stuff I was with, we were like, we need to find some rappers, you know, to perform because I wanted to be like Rip the Runway. If you remember BET used to do Rip the Runway, where it'd be models and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cause I had him in the fashion show too. He was modeling and everything.
Yeah,
so,
I remember that.
Yeah, in between the fashion, we had the artists to come and perform. So Chris was one of the artists that we had performed because he was a student at the school I worked at. And that was his first time performing live. MK23, my artist. And so afterwards he came to me and said, hey, I need a manager. And I was like, I've never managed like that. You know, I do life coaching. He was like, no, but you did good with putting together Pandemic Pressure. Like, that was a dope event. Everything flowed smooth. Like, I think you can do it. And then from there, we just would sit down and meet. Like, you even came to 1 or 2 of our meetings in the beginning, remember? Where we were trying to, like, map out how he was going to do stuff and how much money and stuff he need to put aside for it.
So around the time when you was first stepping your foot into management, that's kind of what really sold in the relationship between Platinum Crown Management and HoodGuruWorldWide to somewhat get his level of expertise on.
Yeah, I was getting tips and stuff from him, and then he recorded 2 of Chris' songs in Jaco's.
Yeah.
So he actually produced music for your artists before 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, we worked on some things together. Although it never did fully crystallize into it being a finished product. But me and Chris, we had a couple of sessions.
But he done 2 songs. He performed them 2 songs though.
He did, but I don't think he really released them. And I know I didn't mix them.
Right.
I just recorded them.
Okay, but now you know. And
I'm gonna give you a check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now, in a sense, what I'm getting at though is like, so basically, to get to where y'all are at today, y'all have pretty much built a rapport with one another and a level of trust. You know what I'm saying, on different levels, because that's something that a lot of us can agree upon. Like, as far as when you're dealing with people, it has to be a certain level of rapport and trusting. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to actually be able to sit down with somebody and actually have a conversation. It's not more so of just, you know what I'm saying, business, but you have a level of respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, this didn't just come out of thin air like, oh, I heard about this person on social media.
Right.
Like, no, I've actually seen this person in the works. And I respect this person's work.
Yeah. And that's a good point, bro. You know, I didn't intend on, I ain't never thought about going down, but that's a good point. It took time.
It's a professional relationship.
Yeah, it took time.
Yeah, like it's more, it's respect.
Yeah, it took time for us to get here, bro. Like, there been ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Me and some up times and some down times, you know what I'm saying? I'm disappointed her, just being, that's what comes with dealing with me, because I'm going to give you the whole me.
There you go. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I am, so. Just like I done seen her in the beginning stages of Platinum Crown, she done seen me, you know, trying to get my goddamn 1 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? Even though I probably already had HoodGuruWorldWide had already been established, but still, like you say, just coming along as a person and coming along as a business person. You know what I'm saying? Where it took time to get here. It definitely been some time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, building that rapport, you know.
And that's the thing about, like I said, with entertainment, because I think that, you know, people click to who they click to, and then they loyal to who they loyal to. So, you know, it's like, man, doing features with people or even asking people to do features is a challenge in itself.
Okay, so do you feel like, I keep talking to y'all. Me personally, I don't really refer to the word feel a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because not saying that it's irrelevant, because you feel certain things and certain things that you know. But you speaking on that, you know, as far as getting features and things like that, and people are drawn to who they're drawn to. Why do you think that is? Like, as far as people being drawn to you, do you think that it's more so of publicity, the fame, the wave, who has the wave at the moment, you know, or who people feel like can get them on, type thing like that? Like, you know, okay, like with you having your management company, you getting features from other artists, and with people, with you trying to grow the reputation, you know, of your label. How easy or how hard has that been?
So honestly speaking, like, I can probably count how many different artists my artist has actually worked with. So I can't even say they've done a whole lot of features. They have definitely done some, because I don't really know what would be. So just say if you did an album and you got 10 songs on the album, how many features would you recommend having on a 10-song album?
I would say depending on the artist.
Yeah, I was just gonna say depending on the artist, because I'm finna get ready to drop about 10 songs. I know I got about 4 or 5 features on them.
Okay,
so
but
that's what I encourage, but I feel that, once again, you said the word feel, so my experience has been with features. People usually request features from artists that they already rock with.
Yeah.
Now you have a couple of artists that will go outside of that because they may have chopped it up with somebody at a party. Hey man, let's do X, Y, and Z, and boom, that might pop off like that. But normally artists are drawn to people that they super cool with, right? They already got a relationship with. Do I think that people go to artists to get featured if they feel like that person hot at the moment? No, I don't. Because nobody is like, and I hate to talk to my artists like this, nobody wants to make it feel like they running up behind nobody. Like, no, I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's it, thing.
And like I said, not just with my artists, but with any artist I've talked to, it's something I feel like holds them back from going their full potential with networking with people, because it seems like it's not like I want to make it seem like making him feel like he got a lot of emotion or something. I don't know. I can't explain. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
ego.
Yeah.
It's like an ego.
But see, this is when we talking about somebody that we know something about them. If I feel like I can get a feature from and I don't really like to call names like that, which I don't mind doing it, but I don't really care to. But it's the only way I can explain. Somebody like Rollo Rodriguez. If I felt like he was gonna do something for me, I'd pay him $5 for a feature. But a person from the city like Hosa Zombie, I might feel like I don't want to get him. I don't want to come to him because I feel like I kind of know him. Mm-hmm. Like I'm having a certain level of biasness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I know them, and it's not
cool. You could just
and then you kind of putting the pressure on the artist that you know, like, hey, you should do this for me. You shouldn't charge me $5. Like,
yeah, it could be a numerous of things. I'm just saying this type of mindset. Like, alright, one time making art, a certain artist, I told you how I approached you, and I introduced myself to him to let him know that, hey, yo, bro, I've been seeing you for a while, bro. I know who you are, blah blah blah. And he you know, he spoke to me, but the way how his body language was, I can just tell by his body language he knew who I was, but he just played it like oh, okay, that was up, bro.
But if I'm correct,
he kept pushing type shit though, so it left me like, dang.
If I'm correct though, this is the same artist who you met months down the line, and it was different to where it's like now I have to take a picture with you, bro.
Yeah, we ain't got to that point yet though. I'm just talking about initially though.
Yeah, no, that's what we talking about, like versus at the beginning stage.
Yeah.
The where you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, you letting people know in your city, like, hey, you know, we all know that the city has motion. You know, and we're all trying to help one another. But it's like some of us are, it's, no, not just that, but like we say, it's levels to this.
And see, the point that I'm bringing that up is some people don't want to have to go through that because as a man, bro, you don't know what it took for me to step up to you and kind of humble myself a little bit and let you know that I kind of look up to you in a certain sense, or I rock with what you're doing, and then you kind of give me a little feeling like, oh, okay, that was like you made me feel like you were brushing me off. I'm not saying that what you were doing, but that's how I took it.
And that's what Till was just saying.
That's exactly.
Like, you know, as far as feeling like an artist wants to step to the one that's hot, to lower his ego, like, well, bro, you know, I know you got this going on.
Because when you do that, bro, it turns you off and it makes you feel like, man, I ain't finna be saying like.
But do y'all agree?
You don't know until you ask, though. That'd be the thing, though. So everybody has to get out their ego. Everybody has to get out their ego. Everybody. The person that's asking and the person that's receiving the question.
Period.
But because you never really get to that stage where you humble yourself and ask, you really can't. You'll be thinking a person might be a certain way. They might not even be.
They might not even be that way.
Right. So I've seen, and to go back to